Hey there! Today in this workshop, I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous facial serum from scratch. And before we get started, I'm going to introduce you to what we mean by a facial serum, as well as the different kind of serums we have, including the composition, and then I'm going to go on to show you how to make this gorgeous facial serum that you see right here on your screen. So make sure you stay with me till the end of this workshop. Right now I'm going to get started with introducing you to what we mean by a facial serum. When it comes to a facial serum, there are so many misinformation out there about what a facial serum actually is. In this workshop, I'm going to clarify the misinformation about a facial serum and let you know exactly what this product type is all about. The word serum defines a product meant to deliver high concentration of actives to the skin or to the hair. The industry today uses the word serum widely in the context of natural skincare products. The term serum has been found to mean different things to different people. Some classify serums based on the type of formulation, such as a lotion, a fine emulsion, a gel, or a solution, while others have thought about the serum in terms of skincare and hair care only, as in the hair serum that was very popular during the early 2000s. In order to get a clear understanding, I'm going to talk about the different kind of serums that can be formulated when it comes to skincare formulation, and that there are various types of facial serums that can be formulated, including an oil-based serum, a water-based serum, a gel serum, an emulsion serum, and a balm serum. Now let's talk about each type of serums one after the other. The first one I'm going to start with is the oil-based serum, and this kind of serums are the easiest to formulate out of all the different types of serums that we have mentioned so far. In oil-based serums use the concept of formulating with high-end carrier oils that are fast absorbing. This kind of oils are usually referred to as dry oils because they absorb easily into the skin without leaving a greasy feel afterwards. And so they are the perfect selection of oils that can be used in formulating our oil-based serums. These specialized high-end oils are also rich in polyphenols and some essential fatty acids and other secondary metabolites that make them really nourishing for the skin. Apart from these oils, these serums are also loaded with extracts and other aromatics that are known for their therapeutic properties for the skin. Next, I'm going to talk about the water-based serums, and this type of serums are usually very similar to the gel serums, with the difference being that the water-based serums do not usually contain gelants or gelling agents, or even at all if they do contain, they usually contain gelling agents in very small amounts that would not really affect the viscosity of the final product. And this type of serum is usually loaded with hydrophilic ingredients that are usually from natural origins. Now, these natural botanicals work by entrapping moisture into the skin and reducing transepidermal water loss. This type of serum is usually followed up with a moisturizer in order to seal in the moisture that has been provided by the water-based serum. Next, I'm going to talk about the gel serum, and in the case of the gel serum, is one of the most popular type of serum out there because it gives a tightening effect afterwards, which consumers tend to really like about the serum. The gel serum is a water-based formulation loaded with hydrophilic botanical ingredients that helps to increase the skin moisture content. Just like I mentioned before, it contains similar ingredients as the water-based serum. Next, let's look at an emulsion serum. Now, an emulsion serum is a kind of serum that is very similar to a moisturizer. It replenishes the skin with ingredients that hydrate, nourishes, provide barrier repairing properties or barrier protecting properties, and are also high performing. The emulsion serum is similar to a typical emulsion, which is essentially a mixture of two immiscible phases, usually water and oil, stabilized by a third ingredient known as an emulsifier in the system. An emulsion is one of the best and the most effective way of delivering high-performing active ingredients into deeper layers of the skin or into the deeper tissues. Getting ingredients delivered into deeper layers of the skin can be quite challenging as a result of the barrier protecting properties of the skin. The blend of water and oil, as in the case of an emulsion, has proven to be able to achieve this impressive task. The emulsion also moisturizes the skin, which further promotes the barrier function of the skin. And for the final type, we're going to talk about the balm serum. Now, you might be wondering why we have a serum in the form of a balm, and this is totally possible as well. Basically, a balm serum is usually a blend of oils, butters, and lovely waxes in the formula, which tends to form an occlusive layer on the surface of the skin. This type of serum also contains some oil-soluble and oil-loving lipophilic active ingredients that are very beneficial for the skin. The butters or oils also provide the right nourishment for the skin, a blend of the different exotic butters out there that we have on the market, as well as the lovely exotic waxes, combined with oil-soluble extracts that have amazing benefits for the skin. And lastly, our exotic range of carrier oils that you can choose from will create a really lovely balm serum that is very nourishing to the skin and has a lot of amazing benefits as well. One of the major difference between a balm serum and other kind of serum is the fact that the balm serum is usually in the consistency of a balm or the solid form, while the other types of serum are usually in the form of a liquid. So now that we have covered the different kind of serums we have, the next thing is to go on to learn about formulating these different kind of serums. And just for mentions, the different kind of ingredients you would find in this different kind of serums can range from ingredients like humectant, your hydrosols, your wonderful carrier oils and butters, and so on. So these are the kind of ingredients that we would typically find in a serum, depending on the type of serum. Now, before I go on to show you how to make a serum from scratch, I'm going to talk about how to use a facial serum. Now, when it comes to using a serum, the effectiveness of a serum is very much affected by how the serum is used. And since a serum is a product that contains active ingredients in high concentration, you would tend to use them in smaller amounts compared to your typical skincare products like your moisturizer. So you only need a small amount of a serum for it to do its job properly in your skincare routine. Typically, a serum should be applied after cleansing and toning the skin and before applying your moisturizer. And this is done so as to ensure that the product is trapped into the skin in between the other product. So when you apply your serum, then you can go on with your moisturizer to trap everything, all the nourishment that the serum is meant to provide the skin with. A serum should be applied daily or even lesser depending on the kind of serum that you are using, and usually it is applied by applying a few drops to the palm and then going in with your fingertips to apply it all over the face. The product should be massaged into the skin for about 30 seconds before applying the moisturizer afterwards to seal everything in properly. Now let's dive right into formulation. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a lovely water-based hydrating serum, and I call this product the Caffeine Hyaluronic Serum. The star ingredient in the serum is hyaluronic acid, which is known to hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water, and this makes it a powerful hydrating ingredient in skincare, and usually it is referred to as an humectant. Just like I mentioned before, this facial serum is a water-based serum and it combines the pigmenting or skin lightening properties provided by caffeine extract with the hydrating effect provided by the hyaluronic acid. So now I'm going to go on to show you how to make this lovely facial serum from scratch. First, I'm going to start by introducing you to the ingredients we'll be using. In this petri dish, I have some caffeine powder. Caffeine is used in this formula to depuff and reduce the appearance of dark circles under the eye, and it brightens the skin in general. In this petri dish, I have hyaluronic acid. Now we have different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid. We have the high molecular weight as well as the low molecular weight. The low molecular weight is usually suited for its anti-aging benefit, and in this formula we're going to be employing the high molecular weight, which is able to form a gel-like consistency in the formula. So this is what we're going to be using as our major ingredients that is serving to hydrate the skin. It is able to hold water about 1,000 times its weight. Next, I have some xanthan gum in this petri dish, in the same petri dish. So the xanthan gum in this formula is a gelling agent that is going to give us that gel consistency that a gel serum usually has. And it's going to be working with the hyaluronic acid to give that really nice consistency in this formula. Next, I have panthenol, which is a stable form of vitamin B5. It is able to bind water in the skin, which allows the skin to remain soft and moisturized. Panthenol is known for its soothing, moisturizing, and repairing properties, and it's going to help this formula to spread across the skin nicely. Next is the preservative, which is Cosguard, and it gives a broad spectrum protection in this formula. In this beaker, I have glycerin, which is a hydrating ingredient as well to help to attract moisture to the skin, and is also going to be used to disperse our gelants to make sure that they do not lump in the final product. In this beaker, I have some rose water, which is serving as the solvent in this product. And then in this formula, it's going to offer its hydrating, soothing, and beneficial properties to the skin as well. So these are all of the ingredients we're going to use to formulate this lovely serum from scratch. I also have an empty beaker right here because I'm going to be needing to divide my rose water into 2 parts for my gelling agent. Here I also have my weighing scale, I have my stirring rod to mix everything together, I also have my spatula, and lastly I have my pH strip, which I'm going to be using to measure the final pH and make sure that it is at the right medium. Now on the screen I have the detailed formula of the Caffeine Hyaluronic Facial Serum. We're going to be making a 50-gram batch, and I have all of the ingredients listed out with the right amounts to use in this formula. So I have divided my formula into 3 different phases, but majorly into 2 phases, the phase A and the phase B. The phase A is where we have our solvent as well as all the other ingredients that are hydrophilic, and then for phase B we have our gelling agents as well as our glycerin to form a slurry mixture. So now let's get started with production. First, I'm going to start by dividing my rose water into 2 parts. Basically, I'm measuring out 15 grams of rose water to one side, and I'm going to be using this one to hydrate my gelant before adding it to the rest of the mixture. Next, I'm going to prepare my first phase, which is the water phase. I have my caffeine powder right here, and I'm going to be adding that to my water phase. After adding the caffeine powder, the next thing I'm going to be adding is my panthenol, which is one of the hydrating ingredients in this formula as well. So I'm going to add the panthenol into the water phase as well, and then mix everything together properly. You might notice when you're making this product that it might take a while for your caffeine powder to dissolve. This is totally fine as long as you keep mixing and or allow it to sit for a while. It's going to eventually completely dissolve in your water or in your solvents. You can see after mixing for a while, you can see that my powder has completely dissolved in my solvent. Basically it is ready now. I'm going to be adding the last ingredient and then set that aside to prepare my gelling phase. So the final ingredients I'm going to be adding to the water phase is my preservative. I'm using Cosguard. I'm going to add that into my mixture right away. So once again, I'm going to mix everything together and I'm going to set it aside to prepare the next phase, which is the gelling phase. So in order to prepare this phase, I'm going to grab my powders as well as glycerin and then pour the glycerin into powders to form a slurry. And this step is essentially important in order to ensure that the powders are properly hydrated in the solvent in order to prevent lumping. Now that the slurry is ready, I'm currently adding it to my rose water that I prepared, that I pre-measured out earlier, and I'm going to fully hydrate that by mixing it together efficiently. So I'm going to make sure to mix it very well for a while and then set it aside for a few minutes in order to allow all of the powders to fully hydrate before moving on to the next part of this formulation. So I allowed the mixture to sit for a while, and at this stage gellant has fully hydrated in our solvent. So at this stage it is ready. Now we're going to add the rest of our formulation or the rest of the water phase and blend everything together properly so that we can have a homogeneous gel serum. So now I'm going to add the water phase into the gel mixture slowly and then mix everything together properly. You want to make sure you mix everything together so as to get everything to come together nicely at the end of the day. Now I'm done mixing and we have our gorgeous and beautiful hyaluronic caffeine facial serum ready. So now this is the part where I'm going to measure and adjust the pH if there is a need to. You want to make sure you do this step. This step is very important because you want to make sure that the final product is at a pH that is compatible with the skin. So right now I just dipped my pH strip into the product for a few seconds and to allow the color change to happen. And comparing the color change to what we have on the chart, the pH is near to about 7, and this is not too okay, so we're going to need to adjust the pH to a more skin friendly medium. And I'm going to be doing that with the aid of a citric acid solution that I prepared before starting this formulation. So I just added a few drops of the citric acid solution, and then I'm going to mix all of that together properly. You want to make sure you mix it together very well to get everything to incorporate in the serum before taking the pH once again. Again, I dip the pH strip into the serum for color change to happen, and comparing it to what we have on the chart right here, we can see that the pH is at a more compatible range. It's around 5 to 6, and this is totally fine for the skin. So our gorgeous facial serum is ready. Now I'm going to be showing you the close-up texture to see what it looks like. It's really beautiful and amazing for the skin as well. If you want to learn how to make more amazing products like this one, do visit our website at Learn Canyon. Learn Canyon courses teaches students how to effectively work with high-performing ingredients to make safe and effective skincare as well as hair care products for use. Our formulas are beginners-friendly and 100% organic. Classes are taught by expert formulators through high-quality video lessons. When you sign up for our courses, you get a lifetime access to the best cosmetic formulation course out there. Enroll now at a $200 discount. We would love to have you in our community.